A transformed prayer. It's the perfect time to be transformed. I'm Mike Morrison with 2 minutes of insight and inspiration. Welcome to 2 Minute Transformation. 1 Chronicles chapter 4 verses 9 and 10 are on the surface a little more than a footnote about a man named Jabez. If you're reading in context, you might even allow these two verses to become blurred by the genealogies that surround them on both sides. But Jabez's story, though told in only 2 verses, preserve the essence of what a transformed prayer life can accomplish. From the NLT they read, "There was a man named Jabez who was more honorable than any of his brothers. His mother named him Jabez because his birth had been so painful. He was the one who prayed to the God of Israel, 'Oh, that you would bless me and expand my territory. Please be with me in all that I do and keep me from all trouble and pain.' And God granted him his request." And we're going to talk about Jabez over the next couple of days and the prayer life that he had. But before you can fully appreciate the content and the consequence of his prayer, you have to get to know Jabez. Verse 9 says that his mother named him Jabez because his birth had been so painful. In fact, the name Jabez comes from the Hebrew word Jabez, which means he causes pain. Talk about a reputation that never goes away. And don't think he wasn't concerned about living it down. The last part of verse 10 from the New King James reads, "That you would keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain." You know, there's a myth out there in the church that if you just trust God, you won't struggle with pain or wrestle with your past. What a bunch of baloney. You're going to struggle. It's trusting God despite our struggles that we find the grace that is sufficient and the strength of God that is made perfect in our weakness. Jabez knew that only God had the power to transform a life that caused pain. And did he ever? Jabez is said to have been more honorable than any of his brothers. Hey, he still struggled, but he trusted God and walked in righteousness. When we pray and put him in his rightful place in our lives, through him, we can be transformed.